Oh look, he's all tuckered out, but that's only natural after slaving away on fighter passes. My precious little game dev has earned his rest. Sweet dreams.
Hey man, how you doing? It's me, Josh. I'm the guy that runs those YouTube channels, OKOJ and Other OJ. You haven't heard of me. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sure YouTube recommendations work differently. Here in Japan, it's probably all localized, so you wouldn't have heard of me. That's fine. It's completely cool. Listen, bro. I'm here to talk to you about a Smash reboot and how the characters might be. I don't have full move sets, you know. I'll leave that to the professionals, since you're just so talented and handsome. But I have just some rough character ideas I'd like to run past you and get your thoughts on. If that's cool with you. I'm not interrupting anything, am I? Awesome. So, Donkey Kong. DK has had a lot of games come out since his original moveset was made in the first Smash. So it's only fair to give the guy an update. I was thinking we center the whole moveset around his neutral B. When you press B, DK would pull out his bongos and start building charge. When at full charge, he'll exit the stance on his own, but you can press B again to exit it early. Mr. Kong would be vulnerable while playing the bongos, as we all are. However, his descent would be slowed, allowing for, it's a little bit of, you can't attack or dodge out of this stance, but you get a little bit of a delayed recovery now. There's a little bit of give and take, a little bit of depth there. If you press B while he's at full charge, he'll stand up on his bongos and let out this big burst attack. This, of course, being a reference to Donkey Kong 64. His side B would be the combo attack from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. It would have more hits depending on your charge. That's right. Multiple specials depend on your charge. You can also do stuff that's just a little more straightforward, like Donkey Kong's up B being the cannon barrel, and that would help him recover. And of course, say it with me, it would launch him higher based on the charge. You're getting it now, you're getting it. Good, you're ready to play Donkey Kong, good. I think the idea of giving Donkey Kong the potential to hit really hard, and also giving Donkey Kong players an extra little utility that they have to keep track of, is very fun. What's very funny is making Donkey Kong players constantly have to whip out bongos and start playing. I think that has a big ha-ha factor, and that's very important to me as a person, as a gamer even. When you look at Jigglypuff, it's kind of interesting. She's this weirdo character, this funny, this odd character. And I think that has a lot of charm if it wasn't for the fact that she's become too iconic. She was weird at one point maybe, but she's been in all the Smash games since and it's lost its charm. We gotta change things up. I don't want to completely get rid of Jigglypuff. I just want to get rid of her and replace her with the character that I like. And honestly, at this point, she's one Evo, she can evolve. That's right, let's put Wigglytuff in the game, baby. I'm the first person to think of this. Oh my god, I'm so smart. Jigglypuff has a lot of horizontal movement with her jump. This allows her to chase opponents off stage, recover, generally just kind of apply pressure while playing keep away. I think a funny little thing we could do is just take that jump and just kind of, so it's more of a vertical thing. Wigglytuff would be a heavier character, but still floaty, so she could make use of these jumps, but in a very different way from Jigglypuff. And by emphasizing vertical movement instead of horizontal movement, you get this funny little character. Because before, when you got knocked off stage, Jigglypuff might go back and forth and maybe come out and hit you with that little side kick. But now Wigglytuff is gonna be more defense oriented. When you get knocked off the side of the stage, Wigglytuff will start doing her best Pong impression, going up and down to try and meet your recovery instead of just chasing after you to apply pressure. It's still a very similar character, but that one little change changes a lot. Movement is very important for Jigglypuff, so instead of taking it away, I think you just change how it's used for the character, and it breathes a lot of new life into that gameplay. All right, we've had something old and something borrowed. It's time for something new. Here's the thing about Hero. I do agree that Dragon Quest deserves to be represented in Smash. It's the first like JRPG or whatever, and that's super cool, awesome. Hero is lame. I genuinely don't know how Slime wasn't the character added. There's so many spin-off games. You absolutely could have made a moveset for him. Slime would have been dope. Slime would have been awesome. And he could turn into the different slime forms. Like for the jab attack, just a knight pops out of the top and just bam, 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 bam. Would have been awesome. But I'm not talking about Slime. I'm talking about Dragon Lord. I think a boss monster is a far more appropriate representative of Dragon Quest rather than just a hero that you don't even see half the time when you're playing. Especially the old games, you're looking at monsters. Dragon Lord would be a great character to represent his franchise, but also he'd be a really fun Smash character. You see, there's been a lot of stance change characters, right? There's been Pokemon, there's been Sheik, there's been... I'm blanking. The Xenoblade girl, she's stance change. But I don't care about her. There are other ones, I think. Dragon Lord would be a very unique spin on the stance change character. Because in this scenario, you wouldn't have any control over when he changes stances. You just gotta deal. You see, for the first however many stocks there are in a match, he's himself. He's Dragon Lord the Wizard. He's shooting projectiles full stage. He's doing Samus stuff, you know? Charging blast, launching projectiles, shooting little spells, being a nasty little trickster and a light trickster. He's a little baby that don't want to get hit. But then on the last stock of any given match, he doesn't spawn in as Dragon Lord, but rather Dragon Lord. It doesn't have a name. I Googled it. There's not like an alternate name for his final form. He's still Dragon Lord. This guy, you know. So I think it'd be cool if the last stock of every game, all of a sudden, you gotta play him in his final form. And he's a lot heavier. He has shorter range though. But he's way harder to kill on the last stock, would be the main idea. Also, obviously, the gameplay would be very different. He'd play more like Charizard than Samus. And that's fun. That's a fun little thing. Obviously, it's very difficult to get good with a lightweight range character and then also be equally as good with a heavyweight brawler, but the payoff would be huge. Obviously, there are a lot of bosses to choose from that you could make into a Dragon Quest representative, but I think Dragon Lord has a more simplistic design that is befitting Smash, and also he's the first one, so I thought might as well go with him.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Oh yeah, I was just kicking the can around with old Sakurai, you know, talking about characters for a Smash reboot. I didn't want to wake you, so I came in through the window. It was just open. By the way, you should probably put a lock on that. Somebody could just break in here.